Hi everyone. One thing I wanted to talk to you all about today was something that I am trying after feeling a little frustrated with going through menopause and struggling with my weight because of menopause. It's like before menopause, it was quite easy when I put my mind to it to lose weight, but then I started to realize it was getting a little harder, and I didn't like the idea that I was on like 4 blood pressure meds, and I was just like, there's got to be something else that can be done. I'm not going to sit here and just accept that this is life and I'm exercising 4 and 5 days a week. I shouldn't be on 4 blood pressure meds. So what else is there to focus on? And so I started seeing a lot of things on TikTok about people taking certain drugs for diabetes for weight loss. And I started to notice that there was one called Wegovy that is actually specifically for weight loss, but it's also along the same lines, actually has the same ingredients as Ozempic. So I reached out to my doctor, of course, because, I know she just loves hearing from me, and, I'm going to harass her when I come across something new. And so what I came across was Ozempic, which specifically is for diabetes. So when I reached out to her, she said, well, I'm not comfortable prescribing that, but maybe we can do Wegovy. And I said, well, there's a shortage on Wegovy. I filled her in on that. I said, there's a shortage on Wegovy. So what else can we do? And so she said, well, if you can come by the office, I can give you a sample of Ozempic and we can see if that works. And so that is what I've been testing for the past 5 weeks. This is 6 weeks now. We're going into the sixth week, because I just took the last of it, and that's 6 weeks. So this right here is the box. It's a sample. It has 0.25, which you take for 4 weeks, and then you take zero point 0.5 for 2 weeks. I just took the second of the 0.5, so this is it for me. And I want to give you a little bit of information on how that's been going. Now, the first thing I did was I read about all these side effects about it. And I got minimal side effects. And I was like, gosh, why are so many people having all these side effects? And then I said, well, here's what I came to a conclusion. I could be wrong, but this is what I kind of figured out, is that there are a lot of people on it that already weren't eating well. And so when they got on it and their appetite lessened, they continued to not eat, because the medication, I will say, it does take away your cravings for bad things. At least for me, I was quite shocked by how well it did that. I was just like, what's going on here? What? It was like I wasn't thinking about what I was going to eat or what I was going to eat next, or I was having cravings for sweet things. It was like nothing like that. And if I did have a craving for something like that, it came and went very fast. And what I found that was best is I would just eat something sweet and let it go. Just on the 0.25, along with my exercise, because I kept up my exercise, I lost around, I would say, I think the first month I was on, the first 4 weeks on just the 0.25, I lost around 5 pounds on it. I gained muscle as well because I was exercising. So you got to off balance these things. So if I wasn't exercising, it probably would have shown more. But I was very particular about eating. Like, I knew I had to eat. I was really focused on getting my fiber in and getting in my protein, because those are two things when you're going into menopause that are so important. So I was just like, okay, we're going to up this protein. I got me some collagen protein. I also had my hydrolyzed whey protein that I already had been using. And I really tried to make sure I got enough fiber and enough protein, and make sure I drank enough water. So I think if people aren't getting enough protein and enough fiber and enough water, they're going to experience more of the side effects. I know there's a shortage of Ozempic. I know it. And the diabetics are coming for people because of that. So be mindful of that. I am actually not going to ask for another sample. I am going to have to wait and see if I can get on Wegovy. If you only can get on Wegovy, then I say, good luck, because it's definitely one of those things that's hard to find right now. But Stick with it. Fight the good fight and wait on it. I'm gonna wait on it because I feel like the last 5 weeks have been amazing, being just on Ozempic and being on a low dose of Ozempic and seeing the change. It's just amazing. Like, for example, let me tell you, when I went away for Thanksgiving, I was away from November 20th to the 29th. I forgot my Fitbit. You want to talk about somebody that almost lost their mind? Someone who was so used to keeping track of their exercise, keeping track of what they eat. I was like, you know what? I'm going to test this out and see how I do as far as my eating habits and my exercise habits with no Fitbit and no way to track it. And when I tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed being away for that long and not being tied to my Fitbit and tied to, oh, did I exercise enough? Did I eat too much? Do I have to exercise to make up for the fact that I binged on something? It was like none of that. I thoroughly enjoyed my time away. I ate when I was hungry. When I wasn't hungry, I didn't eat. I had my protein shakes that I had down there. I did my best because it was vacation in my head. So, but it was definitely a welcome change to worrying about eating and cravings and all these things that I'm sure a lot of you on here have gone through. Just wanted to let you know that being on Ozempic was a game changer, and with these weight loss medications coming out, I think it's great, and I think it's a great alternative to getting on statins and being on a bunch of blood pressure meds. A lot of times when you're on blood pressure meds, you're just on it, and I can accept that. The it was the statins that I had a problem with. And my thing is, if this medication can get your weight down to the point where you don't have to be on a statin, then I think it's a great alternative to being on a statin. It does have some side effects, but not like a statin. And I was willing to accept the side effects of Ozempic over a statin. Yeah. This Ozempic taps something in your hormones that stops you from the cravings. I just think it's amazing, and I think it's going to be a definite game changer. It's very expensive right now, but stay the course. They do have what do you call it? They do have cards, like savings cards for them. It's definitely going to be much easier to get on if you're already diabetic. But if you're not diabetic and you're just pre-diabetic, it may be a little bit more challenging, but where there's a will, there's a way. and know that Wegovy is already out there, although it's in short supply, and Manjaro is, I would say I think they said by June of next year, it should definitely be out there, FDA approved specifically also for weight loss as well as diabetes. So that I think is excellent, and I'm glad that they put that out there fairly quickly after they saw the result of people losing weight and not only getting their blood sugar down, but also losing weight. I think that's amazing. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. I look forward to seeing y'all again, and thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.